So, fellow diaspora, so when campaigns are funded by monies from individuals, and once they are elected, they spend much of their time looking for money to recover what they used during the election. That's what the CAPF report discusses. In addition, given the most of donations come from dubious sources, and again, this is what this study shows, these sources will want to immediately recover their money after victory. This is how corruption begins. The funders of the campaigns begin to hold at ransom the newly elected leaders. This is why very little development occurs in Kenya. This is why also leaders don't seem to care so much, because they are busy looking for money to recover their last election expenses. They're also looking for money for the next election budget and some profits. To avoid such a development mess that we have and we have been seeing in Kenya in much of our life, and much of the developed countries have made donating to candidates, their parties, and campaign activities a norm. It's a norm to donate to candidates and campaigns in the US, in Canada, in Britain. It's never an issue. People don't even ask, why are you asking for donations? Seem to say, what? That President, Obama is asking for financial support? What? Such things are no longer there. It's a norm. They know that it is difficult for a single candidate to finance this sort of endeavors. And they also know that if these candidates win, he will bring benefits to me. The way I'm saying, I'm coming to bring benefits to you, all the diaspora. Reunite with your families. Make your investments work for you in Kenya to earn you $10,000 every month. That is 1 million Kenya shillings every month in Kenya. And I'll do so. That's why I'm saying my presidency is coming to benefit those students that have lost status because they don't have money to pay for fees. I will pay them the fees on an embedded scholarship program. This is what leadership is all about. That a leader comes with targeted programs to help those who are suffering and help those who have money to increase their incomes. And so without my being president, these benefits will not come. And that's why people in these countries that we live in have really been donating even without being asked so much. Some of them, it is on a monthly basis. They have set up monthly donations. If we can do so, that will be a great step forward. We shall get the right leaders from myself to all the future. Because I'm coming to set laws that never again shall we have self-seekers leading us. And I'll be telling you, there is a law I'm coming to establish, the law on development, which will stipulate that never again will a Kenyan president and his government waste our time. The way your time and my time has been wasted since childhood. And I look today, if the governments that I have witnessed with my eyes and intervened in a certain way in the 60s, 70s and all that, and the 80s, I will not be a struggling person in life. My family will be having sufficient through just efforts that we make. Ladies and gentlemen, this law will supersede even electoral dates. Presidents and their government and MPs should not say in comfort that, oh, I've been elected for 5 years. Never again, once I become the president. You shall only remain in power and in your position if you are performing. If you don't, we rate your performance every year and we find you wanting. You'll have to quit government. The parliament will be dissolved and we shall go to other elections. We shall never entertain a situation where government and the parliament are not working to transform Kenyan lives. I want you to check what has the parliament achieved to this day since 2017. What has parliamentarians spoken out there worthy of transforming Kenya? From the highest to the lowest in our political ladder. Tell me, go and take their clips and tell me anything worthy to listen of what they say about changing Kenyans. Hakuna. Fellow diaspora, let us, with the huge exposure we have, join hands. Let us go and change our motherland, our country of birth. Let us go and help our mothers and fathers, our brothers and sisters. Our relationship with Kenya is very live today. I know many of you don't spend a single day without making a phone call there. We can transform that country. Ladies and gentlemen, with your support, we shall go very far. In these countries that we are in, the citizens feel compelled to help because they see how impossible it can be for candidates to raise funds on their own. And that's why it is a norm for them to help. They take it upon themselves to voluntarily donate to a party and a candidate of their choice. They know there is no candidate that can afford to meet campaign costs on his or her own. Just look at Trump and Joe Biden in 2020 US elections. Despite this being millionaires and Trump being a multi-billionaire, they were all over the place asking for donations. And Americans responded. They gave Donald Trump 1.9 billion, gave Joe Biden 1.6 billion. These candidates used a very small amount of money from their pockets. Trump used $8,000, $11,800 peke yake. Yet he's a multi-billionaire. Support me, my fellow diaspora. With your support, we shall go very far. And it is even more amazing for Americans outpouring financial support to support Trump during his petition. Again, you know Trump went to court. He tried to fight the victory of Joe Biden. He did not use even a penny, even a dollar or a buck or half a loonie from his pocket. The entire petition funds was raised by people who came on and said, no, let us stop the election of Joe Biden. They donated to him. The last time I checked, I think it was almost 200 million that he had raised. I think by now it is a lot more. And even right now he's raising money for future political activities. And people are throwing $10, $5, $20, $30. I request you, just throw in that GoFund platform that I have created. Make Dr. Joseph Mburu President of Kenya 2022. Throw $20, $50. Let us move on and go and change Kenya and make a best country so that we can be able to take away many burdens we face every day. Ladies and gentlemen, the same happened to all other presidential candidates in the US. I seek your help because it is difficult for one person to meet the colossal amounts needed to mount a great and effective campaign. As you and I know, vast majority of us are the first generation in our families to get employment or start businesses. We are laying the foundations of our families, but it has been so difficult to build business in Kenya, or build businesses in Kenya fast enough due to policy barriers and unresponsive leadership in Kenya. And of course, even here where we are, the amount of money that is needed is a little bit colossal, and you have to be very focused to start running a business. Thus, raising the needed millions alone is just impossible. But it is very easy with the assistance of many people donating $5, $10, $100, $20, whatever they can be able to afford. And without significant funds, it is difficult to generate greater publicity and visibility. And campaigns are simply decided upon publicity. The more we are known, the more we increase our votes. For without people knowing a candidate and a party getting votes is difficult, as votes depends on how many people hear about you and how many times they see you. My strategy is to have every Kenyan talking about Dr. Joseph Mburu's presidency and my party in their daily conversation. We can mount this and we can succeed. I'm sure we will be able to go very far. A little by little, kidogo kidogo, hujaza kibaba.